I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Brave Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also, I want to acknowledge all the Akyam that are pushing this truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, okay? And, through the Spirit, I'm going to be in Ecclesiastes chapter 9, the 9th chapter. Just going to go in on it. Didn't have nothing planned. But Ecclesiastes was, written by King Solomon, right? Who was said to be, who he was the wisest man to walk the face of the earth, right? He wrote a lot of the Proverbs. I believe it was Song of Solomon, also Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha, right? So, the point being, King Solomon was, his wisdom was exceedingly great. And through the Spirit, that's part of the reason and the clue that we know that Solomon became Yahushai through the reincarnation and regeneration, which that's another lesson. For those who are able to receive it, that's the truth. All right, Yahushai, before he was Yahushai in the Spirit, he was King Solomon. Okay. But anyway, like I say, that's a different lesson. I'm gonna read Ecclesiastes 9 and we'll start at verse 1. It says, For all this I considered in my mind, my heart, even to declare all this, that the righteous and the wise and their works are in the hand of the Most High. No man knoweth either love or hatred by all that is before them. All things come alike to all, and there is one event to the righteous and to the wicked, to the good and to the clean and to the unclean, to him that sacrificeth and him that sacrificeth not. As is the good, so is the sinner, and he that sweareth as he that feareth an oath. Right? So there's balance, right? He's giving you the examples of men who are righteous and who are wicked, who are clean and unclean. He even says one that sacrifices and one that doesn't sacrifice, right? It says in verse 3, This is an evil among all things that are done under the sun, that there is one event unto all. Yeah, also the heart of the sons of men is full of evil, and madness is in their heart while they live, and after they go to the dead. For him that is joined to all the living, there is hope. For a living dog is better than a dead lion. Right? That's heavy when you think about that, right? Verse 5, For the living know that they shall die, but the dead know not anything. Neither have any more reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. Right? So, it's heavy, the whole chapter. You could tell King Solomon was just a deep thinker, you know what I'm saying? The brother was a deep thinker. Heavy spirit on King Solomon, man. Verse 6, Also their love and their hatred and their envy is now perished, neither have they any more a portion forever in anything that is done under the sun. And forever, that means for an age. Doesn't mean forever. So what it's saying is, for that age, they don't have there's no portion for that person, right? The spirit always goes on. The spirit always lingers on. But as the spirit enters into our bodies in different ages, right? Through the reincarnation, regeneration. Go thy way, eat thy bread with joy, and drink thy wine with a merry heart, for the Most High now accepteth thy works. Right. So you gotta make the best of life, basically, right? You make the best of your life, no matter what it is, right? We're all not gonna be blessed with, carnal riches or the ability to do just anything we want, right? We're likened unto the poor a lot of times in the scriptures, The men of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the elect, you're likened unto the poor. And it doesn't always deal with finances or physical or carnal riches, but poor in the spirit as well, right? Because our people are poor in the spirit, and really it's because they don't know this truth. And that's why the time we're living in, where you have the Lord setting up his prophets, and we're out here prophesying, teaching our people, according to understanding. It's a yapah thing, which that means beautiful in the Hebrew. So let's keep reading. Let thy garments be always white, and let thy head lack no ointment. Right, and we practice this, as men of Yahweh Shem Yeshai. We, after camp, we always say the anointing prayer, and we put ointment on the brothers' heads. We all do it according to the order of the camp. You see, so we're, to the best of our ability, we're rehearsing the righteous acts. All right, let's get that real quick. Judges 5 and 11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the place of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of Yahweh. And what does that mean? They are delivered from the noise of archers, because there's going to be an elect, right? In the modern archer, modern arrow, you still have bow and arrows, but the thing is there's arrows are a metaphor for the missiles in the scriptures. So you have, let me read that again. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the places of drawing water, right? And that's what we're doing here in Babylon. We're drawing water. Remember, this water is referred to as, you won't be hungry or thirsty when our soul is kept with this word, by this word, right? So we're drawing the water, which is, it's this truth. And then it's talking about the delivered from the noise of the archers, because Babylon is where we're going to get delivered. The majority of the deliverance, we always speak on it. The majority of the deliverance, the majority of, what the pagan Christians, they call it a rapture, which that word rapture is not in the Bible. But the deliverance, salvation, the majority of the prophets, majority of the elect are going to be delivered here in Babylon, America. And like I said, those archers or arrows are, metaphorically speaking, from the noise of the missiles is what you could, is a parable. There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of Yahweh. So this is where we're rehearsing the righteous acts, like even putting ointment, something as simple as that, putting ointment on our heads, keeping the Sabbath, wearing our fringes when we teach, keeping our heads uncovered, as if you're a male and you're teaching, if you're a man teaching this knowledge. Just small, ordinances that are in place from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Hey, we rehearse these righteous acts here in Babylon. All right? And that's the point in that verse. So let me go back to Ecclesiastes 9. Ecclesiastes 9 and verse 8. I'll read it again. Let thy garments be always white, and let thy head lack no ointment. Let me see, I got a precept here. I'll just read it. James 5 and 14. Is any sick among you? Let him call for the elders of the church, and let them pray over him, anointing him with oil in the name of Yahweh. See? So, and really our people are considered sick because sickness is not just dealing with physical ailments, right? Or diseases, right? Sickness is also, considered in the mind. And our people, are sick when it comes to this knowledge, it comes to this truth. See? Like, you know how somebody will do some crazy shit and they'll be like, oh, that dude's a sicko, or he's a weirdo, or he's mentally unstable, sick in the head, right? Well, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yoshai look at 2/3 of our people as sick in the head because they don't come into this knowledge. They reject knowledge all the day long, right? Isaiah 1 and I'm sorry, Isaiah. I went to Jeremiah. Isaiah 1 and 3, 1 and 5 rather. What it's talking about the Israelites. Why should you be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint. Right? Even talking about even the leadership is sick here in these Israelites. Matter of fact, I do a job where I have to seek out, different people, and we're selling them on the phone, and basically, I come across a lot of pastors and churches and some so-called pastors, and I'm in this truth, and it's funny because I'm selling certain, a service to, certain, all kind of different people, but a lot of times it's those so-called pastors, and you go to their websites and you really read about their church, right? And you see, and a lot of it's Jake, right? They're in those churches, they're leading the congregations right out there in Babylon, and they're doing it according to wickedness. They're doing it according to this sickness, right? They're pushing the JC, in those churches, and it's like you can't rebuke them because I'm over there at the plantation, right? But in the spirit, I'm looking at it like, damn, like these motherfuckers are like, they don't like that. That makes it that makes you appreciate what we have with this knowledge and this truth. That the Yahweh bringing us into the marvelous light, because there's a lot of people out there of our own people that they're still sick in the head, man. They're still pushing a false doctrine. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, let me go back to Ecclesiastes. Let's keep reading over there. Ecclesiastes 9 and let's see. What am I at? All right. Verse 9. It says, live joyfully with the wife whom thou lovest all the days of the life of thy vanity, which he hath given thee under the sun, all the days of thy vanity, for that is the portion in this life, and in the labor which thou takest under the sun. Right? And vanity, when you go to that word vanity, it means useless, So basically, Solomon, who was a philosopher, right? Which that word philosopher, because we're into etymology, right? That word philosopher, it means lover of wisdom. The etymology of that word breaks down to lover of wisdom. Phila, which is love, and then Sophia is wisdom. So philosophy means you're a lover of wisdom. So technically, the men of Yahweh Bashem Yashai were philosophers. And what is it? Because we love this wisdom, right? We love gathering the oil. Okay? So, but the King Solomon, he looked at it like, hey, this is useless. Everything's useless. And remember, he had all the riches, he had all the fame, he had all the women, he had he had it all, right? You want to think some of these celebrities today, they had it all? No, man, King Solomon was on a different level. You take what Kanye or Ye he goes by now, or Beyonce and Jay-Z, or any of these Israelites that are so-called rich. Well, and they are rich, right? to an extent, but their riches didn't match King Solomon's, right? Verse 10, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. There is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave whither thou goest. So when you're doing something, what's it say? Do it with your might. Meaning do it right. Do it with all your energy, let's get that word might real quick. Let me get it real quick. Blue letter. Let's see. Oops, I must have spelled it wrong. Because the blue letter is not forgiving when you spell words wrong. If you spell it wrong, it ain't going to pull it up for you on the blue letter. Google, you're still good, but not in the blue letter. All right, so let's get that word might. Did I go to the right one? Oh, shoot. Salaki. Oops. Bear with me. I'm trying to get this word might. What are we? Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. All right, there we go. All right, the word is koach. Let's see.
Strong's H 3581.
Koach. Right? And this is what it means. It means strength, power, might, force, ability. Right? Substance. All right. So yeah, strength. And there's some other meanings on here on the outline biblical usage on the blue letter. But so yeah, do it with all your might. Do it with strength. Do it with your ability, right? Your force. Like meaning, don't go half-ass things, right? Especially this knowledge, man. You can't half-ass this knowledge at all. You'll get spewed out the mouth. If you, like we were reading it in, I think it's in Revelation where Yahweh Shai said he'll spew you out the mouth if you're lukewarm in this knowledge. So you got to do this with all your might. And matter of fact, he said, whatever you do it with all your might. And I believe men who are in in the spirit and men who are of Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, that's kind of one of our characteristics. Everything we do, we're going to do it with all our might. Verse 11, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill. But time and chance happeneth to them all. Right, so what he's saying is, you could be the fastest, you could be the strongest, you could be the wisest, or so-called, whatever. But it doesn't mean that you're going to have all the, what a person would think, oh, if he's the strongest, oh, that means he's going to be the world champion in the UFC, or he's going to be the, if he's the richest. Well, let's read this again. It says, nor yet riches to men of understanding. So the men of the Lord, we're the ones who have the true wisdom. We're the one who have the true understanding. But are we all rich? And the answer is no. See? So that's what King Solomon is observing right here. Just because you have all the wisdom and the understanding, it doesn't mean you're going to be the richest. He says, but time and chance happen to them all. So basically what he's saying is there's some luck involved, right? There's some timing. Timing is a good thing. And really, hey, Yahweh, he basically, he put us all in this knowledge, in this truth, and it was on his timing. It wasn't like we were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna become a prophet in 2016, right? No, it wasn't like that. It was the timing. If you think about when you crossed the truth, or you crossed a an elect or a prophet, and you know what I'm saying, you got brought into this knowledge. It was about a chance that happened to it, and the chance was ordained by Yahweh, but it wasn't like by your own design, right? It wasn't like you was like, oh, I'm gonna be a prophet in 2016 and that's that. Nah, man. So verse 12, for man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. Right? And that's why we want to repent, because it compares the birds and the fishes getting caught in a net, and the bird getting caught in a snare, which is a trap. Well, guess what? We're in an evil time right now, and we know that there's some prophecy coming where destruction is going to come suddenly. You see? So we don't know when that's coming, but guess what? Let me see. Let me grab this scripture real quick. Lord's had mercy on us, and so when we see the wickedness or the evilness coming, or we foresee the evil, we're able to hide ourselves, as the scriptures say. Let's see. I'm paraphrasing it here, but it's and that's what I thought it was. I just wanted to make sure. Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man, and a word prudent, it means you consider the future. So a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Right? So the simple, this verse always makes me think of the micro C hip, because a prudent man, he's gonna see that a man who's considering the prophecies, right? A prudent man will be able to hide himself. That's what we're gonna do when that micro C hip comes. We're not gonna be lining up at the chipping station, but rather we're gonna be avoiding that thing at all costs, right? But the simple, what are they going to do? They're going to walk right up to the, matter of fact, they'll be trying to cut in line at the chipping station. And guess what's going to happen? Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to punish them, but they don't know it and they don't understand it, because, like I said, they don't have understanding, and also they don't consider the prophecies, right? Like the prudent man does. The prudent man, that, like I said, it means you consider the future. That's what we do. We consider the future. We consider the prophecies. And so we're able to hide ourselves to an extent, right? And if we get caught up, by Esau or whatever during Jacob's trouble, when he's mandating and enforcing his micro C hip, well, guess what? Lord's will, whatever it takes, we're going to endure. He's going to keep us from the hour of temptation, Revelation 3:10. And if we do get put in a corner or whatever, then guess what? Maybe we gotta take one for the team. We'd be those martyrs for Yahweh Bashem Yoshai. See? But either way, He's prepared our spirit, and He's held us. He's held us and preserved us, and given us the spirit of endurance. Right? So Ecclesiastes 9. And what am I at? Let's see. (13). It says, this wisdom have I seen also under the sun, and it seemed great unto me. There was a little city, and a few men within it, and there came a great king against it, and besieged it, and built great bulwarks against it. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city, yet no man remembered that same poor man. right? So that's like us. Like we're in this knowledge, we're in this truth. We're out there blowing the horn, but no one considers us. No one's like putting us, on a high stature or a high status, except for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? But the world, they don't say, oh well, these guys got the truth. These dudes are telling us helping us avoid punishment from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They're not in that spirit, you know. So we're like that wise man that's in the city that got no credit, right? Or no credence. Verse 16. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. And that's us. Remember I said we're considered the poor in these scriptures? And that, just because a blessing really doesn't mean, if you're blessed, it doesn't mean that you're blessed with carnal riches. The true blessing is this knowledge and truth, right? It's better than gold and silver, rubies and jewels. But guess what? Our wisdom is despised, right? And our words are not heard. You see? And that's what it is with the prophets. We out there, on the street corners, prophesying, teaching, blowing the trumpet. But you're going to have a lot of people that just ignore the trumpet. And our words aren't heard, which really they're Yahweh Bashem, the words of Yahweh Bashem Yoshai. They're not our words. They're really Yahweh, right? Verse 17. The words of wise men are heard in quiet more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroyeth much good, right? And so this wisdom, hey, that's why we always tell you, we're not going to be saved by guns or money or riches, When all the plagues come to Babylon, when the day of destruction is when the day of Yahweh, when he visits the earth, guess what? It's not going to be our guns and our money that saves us, but it's going to be this wisdom. And why? Because we're prudent. We're prudent. We're able to consider the future, consider the prophecies, understand the future, understand the prophecy, and hide ourselves, right? And really, hiding yourself means you're not walking into the simple. You're not walking right into the mouth of the lion, or the mouth of the beast. Or really, you're not falling into the hand of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because no one can escape that hand. That's you know what I'm saying? So if Yahweh's got it out for you, hey, that's worse than anything, because Yahweh, he creates the good and the evil. So you basically, you don't want to be on his bad side, man. You want to be one of these prudent men. You want to be part of the elect. And this way, we can be delivered. So I'm going to go ahead and close out on that. I didn't really know what I was going to go into. Just read the Bible and figured I'd do a freestyle lesson. And Ecclesiastes 9 was my choice. And I hope the lesson was edifying. But I want to give all the praise, all the glory, all the honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kudash. Double honors goes out to the elder apostles of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth. Also, one ecological Akim, we're pushing the truth with sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom to the elect.